All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Lobo Unbound, issue number 2 of 6. I thought of 4 by Keith Giffen and Alex Horley. Keith Giffen passed away 10 days ago. Unfortunately, he's one of my favorite creators. He's fantastic, and I was very sad when I heard of his passing. So I thought, yeah, let's continue this Lobo series. The first one was okay. This one not so much, and that's unfortunate because, like I said, I love Keith Giffen. This is not his best work, unfortunately. Let's dive in, and I'm going to show you. So first of all, the art is stunning by Alex Horley, and so it seems that Lobo is now going to a place called. There's some of the humor works, some don't, but called Yabba Dabba Doo. So, and he's in the bus, and all these people are talking to him. So this guy talks about, I don't know, the jihad and them blowing themselves up, and so that they can go to the goddess or whatever. Well, this guy is just talking and talking. He says, "Hey, why are you so white? Right? Did you fall on your head or something?" And all that stuff. Well, he's trying to go through some kind of a telephone, when you try to call some kind of a service and then you have to press 1, 2, or 3. But then after you have push 1, 2, and 3, you go to another menu when you ask, hey, do you need to push 1, 2, and 3? So at some point, Lobo had just enough, and he's taking care of steam coming out of his ears. And then, so this guy, I don't know, some kind of at the border, I guess. And Lobo wants to get off, and he says, "No, you no can do because this is not a bus stop. So, and I'm gonna get killed if I do that." But then he looks around and he says, "All right." He says, "That you're doing back there?" He says, "Yep." "Got more where that came from?" "Yep." "I'll just get the door for you then." "Much obliged." So then then this guy comes, and it says, "But tea," and Lobo is happy and kicking that car because I don't know, maybe he just wants to have a lift. So these bouncers coming out and they want to kick his ass, but they're getting the fist through the stomach, and this one shooting Lobo because he feels how do you say, tough, lucky, but Lobo is fragging them. So this guy is called, let me guess. Let me look. But from Willie D. He's a pimp. And he says, get in the car. A lot of talking about nonsense, by the way. That's my biggest gripe here. So he there's some talk here and there, and this guy wants to know, hey, where are you going? He says, I'm going to Yabadoo. He said, what is your business there? I ain't gonna tell. So then, this girl's kind of seduce him, and he says, got milk. And he's getting spilled with milk. And the pimp says, hey, darling, I guess he was be asking a rhetorical type questions. That made me chuckle. Anyway, so, and then we go to this, I believe, Muslim-like country, and there's a lot of people blowing themselves up for reasons. And this advisor is telling, I don't know, the Arabian king, I guess, or this leader, that a Khazarian is coming for reasons. And I believe this Lobo has here some kind of a bounty, but the story is pretty unclear. So it's a little bit confusing. We have stuff like this, camels on fire that flies. So Lobo comes out, and the first book was dragging, and the same happens here. There's a lot of talk about stuff that could be handled in 1 or 2 panels, but it goes for a completely page here. So he asked this guy here, say he was calling the shots around this backwater. So this camel-looking dude says infidel, and he blowing himself up by, I don't know, clicking his neck down, and then the other medical comes and he screams infidel, and they blow themselves up. So that's the whole gag and theme here. So Lobo says, I'm seeing a pattern here. So he goes to these guys and he says 1, 2, 3, and this guy blows himself up. Colors looks cool, by the way. So lots of blood and gore. I like that. But then I know this pimp guy is having a talk with someone about Lobo, and that he didn't get the information that he actually wants from Lobo, and that the other one thinks that's a problem and all that stuff. Yeah, it's not really much going to it. I mean, I'm going really quickly through the story because the story is ultra light. So meanwhile, while everyone is here, blowing themselves up, Lobo comes in and has a talk with this guy at the Dardari, the Suckling Dardari, karaoke and borderline bestiality bar. And he wants Lobo wants to chat about him who runs this place. And this guy wants to, I don't know, wants Lobo drink some kind of a milk that's coming out of this creature. Well, this band is blaring in the background. Anyway, so like I said, the story is basically going nowhere. There's a lot of talk about that has nothing to do with the book. It's just, being funny for funny's sake, but the jokes really don't land for me, unfortunately. And he says, "You're here to assassinate the Nabob, am I right? Nabob the High Muck? You don't know. Ain't much for details. Then how would you know who to? Figured I go would take me to your leader. Didn't figure on this whole infidel song and the dance. Excuse me a sec." So yeah, then he turns around and breaks this guy's bones because, he's being distracted by the music. So these band members doesn't like that at all, and I'm picking a fight with Lobo. And this is the greatest comic ever, in my opinion, with this one as well. So yeah, Lobo is having some fun here. But I thought, okay, this is the last page. Well, not really. So we see this pimp guy, and he's talking to some woman. And I believe, what's with the resolution? Give me a sec. So here we go. Like I said, this I don't know what the story is about. I believe she's a bounty hunter because she has the same big thing that all Lobo's always using in his comics. So this cleave hook thing, and she's called I can't. What's her name? Bling Bling the Hip Hop. Oh. Yeah, I'm getting canceled for this. Anyway, so yeah, that leads us to the next issue. Yeah, this is a pretty short video. I don't have much to say. Probably there will be more violence and mayhem in the next book. I hope the story picks up because for now, it's not really that good. But, the art looks fantastic. Anyway, yeah.